I was just out shooting my bow a little bit today and got my camera out. I wasn't gonna take any video or really mess around too much, just take some pictures because the sun is just gorgeous out here today. In the last couple years, I've struggled a lot with archery, from mild cases of target panic to just getting stressed out when I shoot my bow. And this summer, I've really tried to change the way that I practice. And it's really a common sense thing, and this isn't anything profound or groundbreaking, but it changed the way I've been doing things quite a bit. So I had a coach in middle school basketball, the best coach that I ever had. Not just in technical basketball skills, but as far as giving advice and being a good mentor. That's what he was. Anyway, he preached game situations. If you got caught shooting a half-court shot in practice, you were probably going to take a couple laps. Or if you got caught doing something stupid that you wouldn't do in a game, or showing off, or trying to get fancy, dribbling through your legs and around your back and throwing no-look passes and all that stuff, he wasn't having it. And I feel like with archery, I got to a point where I was using all these things, all these new gizmos and gadgets and all these things on my bows that helped but you know, they weren't really necessary. And things that you know, like I had a single pin bow sight that would go out to 80 yards. Well, I'm gonna shoot out to 80 yards. If my single pin will go out to 80 yards, I'm gonna go out and fling some arrows. And I could hit, you know, I could hit the target at 80 yards. I could do okay at 80 yards, but I quickly realized that was causing me stress. I might hit a couple in the kill zone at 80 yards, but then I would hit it in the ass once and hit it in the guts once, and that would bother me. So before I would shoot 80 yards, I would shoot 20, 30, 40 and shoot great. Then I would go out to 80 or 60 or 70, and I would make a bad shot. And that would stress me out enough that I would go back into 20, 30, 40 and make bad shots there too. So what I really changed this year is I do not take any shots past 40 yards because I'm not going to take any shots past 40 yards in the field. I rarely hunt in a spot where I can shoot 40 yards. Most of the time, the areas that I hunt are brushy. I don't really hunt field edges. You know, occasionally I will, but not very often. And even there, I'm probably not going to shoot 40 yards. So I'm not going to shoot in practice past 40 yards. I'm going to shoot from trees a lot more and from my saddle and practice that because that's what I do. You know, I hunt from a saddle. I very rarely am standing on the ground taking a shot at a deer. But most of all, I'm not going to get stressed out about it. And that's really what my focus has been over the last several weeks and months, is when I shoot my bow, if I make a bad shot, who cares? I'm not going to make a bad shot on a deer. And that's what you have to get in your mind. Making easy shots, 20, 30, 40 yards, keeps your confidence up. And that's what I've realized shooting my bow at short distance all the time. I know where that pin sits, it's where that arrow is going to go. It's automatic. And not having a confidence killer out here is a big thing. I don't shoot my bow very many times. I might shoot 8 arrows a day, if that. I go out, shoot a couple at 20, a couple at 30, a couple at 40, and then go in and stop. Before I get tired, before I launch one up into space, I'm gonna quit so I don't overshoot, and I can keep my confidence up, and I can keep pounding this target. The beginning of the summer, this block target would stop anything, and now I've got arrows going through the heart on it. I've really improved my shooting this year by staying calm, not getting stressed out, and only practicing game situations. It's worked for me. It may not work for you. I might be a complete separate beast that only does things a certain way, and it works for me. I've simplified my bow, I've simplified my gear, and I tell you, it's made a world of difference for me. And this year I've enjoyed every single time I've pulled my bow back. If you're having trouble shooting, I hope a couple of my tips helped. You know, maybe not, maybe so. I hope it does. I hope you go kill a big old buck this year. We'll see you.